Seattle City Council. The Seattle City Council is the legislative branch of government. Members set the city's direction by enacting ordinances and passing resolutions. The council authorizes expenditures, adopts regulations, levies taxes, controls the finances and property of the city, and performs many related legislative tasks. Of the 9 city council positions, 2, Position 8 and Position 9, are at large, representing the entire city for a term of 4 years. Positions 1 through 7 each represent different districts of the city. This year, the 2 at-large council positions are up for election. There is also a special election for Seattle City Council District 2, which covers the southeast portion of Seattle. The candidate elected to this position will serve the remaining 2 years of the term and be on the ballot again in 2027. All voters in Seattle can vote in both of the at-large city council races. Only voters in District 2 can vote in the special election for Seattle City Council District 2.
My name is Connor Nash, and I'm running to be your next citywide council member in Position 9. Seattle is facing a crisis of trust due to the deeply unpopular legislation passed by this council. Social services are cut to increase the police budget. Laws are passed to criminalize our unhoused population with no plans on how to help. Even our ethics laws were under attack, and it wasn't to help you. When you go to the council chambers to vocally oppose these terrible laws, you are dismissed and ignored. That will change if I'm lucky enough to become your city council member. I'm running for city council because the problems you're experiencing have been most evident in my neighborhood. I moved to Little Saigon in 2019, and in that time, I have watched a beautiful, historic place become one of distress because of an out-of-control drug market caused by city neglect. Our city government has decided to launch a futile war on drugs through a useless anti-drug zone, building hostile architecture, and installing police cameras. The war on drugs has never worked, and this one will fail. Instead, we must increase funding for social services and public defenders while reforming our criminal justice system with a robust drug court. We must expand affordable housing to address the homelessness crisis. We need community-led plans such as Little Saigon's FODEP to bring stakeholders together and address the problems in our neighborhoods, rather than the current top-down approach the city uses. Finally, my major legislative goal is to create a Green New Deal jobs program. Our community is under attack by the Trump administration, and we need a progressive plan. The Green New Deal jobs program will use Jumpstart funds to create well-paying union jobs that will clean our environment, not just in downtown. Restoration projects help our community while supporting our economy. We deserve a city council that listens to constituents, not ignores them. We deserve a council that passes popular legislation, not one that people vehemently oppose. I will be the council member who listens, supports, and fights for you. Visit nashforseattle.com to learn more and support my campaign. Thank you.
Seattle needs council leadership working on urgent citywide priorities, not personal agendas. I'm Dionne Foster, and I'll bring focus and experience to address housing affordability, support people in crisis, and keep our city safe and welcoming for all. My commitment to service is rooted in my career as a city policy analyst, philanthropic leader, social work educator, and from raising my family here in Seattle. I've personally experienced the challenges facing too many families, working multiple jobs, unaffordable rent, and difficulty securing childcare. And I've seen firsthand how government investment can create stability for families like mine. I've worked citywide to advance housing and climate action, and statewide to fund affordable childcare through a capital gains tax. On City Council, I'll fight for bold, progressive action to build a stronger Seattle. We need more affordable homes in Seattle. I'll prioritize getting people indoors with shelter, treatment, and permanent housing. I'll end council inaction that delays needed housing construction. And I'll promote homeownership, prevent displacement, and back voter-approved social housing options so all Seattleites have access to stable, affordable homes. I've called 911 for both urgent and non-emergency situations, and I want to ensure every call gets the right response. I will support effective, accountable policing, advance gender equity in law enforcement, and expand our care team. I'll invest in youth engagement, behavioral health, gun violence prevention, and community-driven safety solutions. I will prioritize leadership on climate through advancing sustainable transportation, and I will fight for workers, including gig workers, by supporting our unions, fair pay, and safe workplace conditions. I'm the only candidate for this seat endorsed by Democratic Party organizations, Planned Parenthood, MLK Labor, Congresswoman Pramila Jayapal, and elected leaders representing Seattle at every level. I ask for your vote.
Hi, I'm Sarah Nelson, your citywide council member. I'm a 35-year Seattle resident, lifelong Democrat, a wife, mother, and small business owner, and I ran for office 4 years ago because I saw a city in need of recovery. People were living unhoused in parks, on sidewalks, and across our neighborhoods. Fentanyl had become a public health emergency. Drug use was ignored, and 911 response times were getting worse. And all this was hitting our most vulnerable the hardest, and I knew Seattle could do better. As a person in recovery myself, my belief in second chances drives everything I do, because everyone deserves the same chance at recovery that I had. It's why I pushed for expanded access to comprehensive, on-demand treatment and secured major investments in recovery services and overdose prevention. And that's saving lives. I brought that same urgency to housing. We moved people inside, expanded shelters with services, and streamlined permitting to get more projects moving. Seattle's investment in affordable housing is now at an all-time high, and I'm fighting for more housing of all types across the city. Under my leadership, we've reversed the years-long trend of losing more officers than we can hire, and more first responders means a safer, more livable city. Bottom line, Seattle's recovering, but progress is fragile. As the federal government wreaks havoc, Seattle can't go backwards. With your vote, I'll keep doing the work, expanding treatment, keeping people safe, and delivering real results for the people of Seattle. I'm proud to be backed by Democrats, labor, and neighbors across the city who want to keep our momentum going. I'm Sarah Nelson, and I'd be honored to earn your vote.
Hi, my name is Mia Jacobson, and I am running for Seattle City Council Position 9, which is an all-city position. I am 37 years old, a third-generation West Seattleite, a third-generation Union longshoreman, and a single mother of 3. I was born in the house that I'm raising my kids in, a house my parents could afford with a single income, and one that I cannot afford, working the same job my father did. In the last 20 years, Seattle has become almost unrecognizable. Our lives keep getting harder, and there is nothing we can do to stop it. We get mad, we make signs, we vote, we call our representatives, everything just keeps getting worse. We must stop acting like any of this is normal, healthy, or okay. The people of Seattle have no measurable impact on the daily decisions made by our government. There is no way to protect ourselves from bad policy. This is a serious problem for all of us, regardless of our political differences. We need to understand the limits of the process we have inherited. Public policy is drafted and voted on by people who are most often not affected by it, while the people who are cannot contribute to the conversation which creates it. You can blame bad policy on somebody else, but a healthy city is our responsibility. In the last 20 years, the only thing that has outstripped inflation is our rate of technological development. Seattleites everywhere are already using online platforms and digital tools to educate and organize themselves around solutions to our modern problems. It's time to bring that energy to City Hall. Our elected officials need all the help they can get. We are on the verge of a great social transformation as our evolution demands that we reimagine what human is, does, and is capable of. You might be waiting for a revolution, but we will prepare a renaissance as we shift our focus from the powers that be to the powers that we have become. With your vote, we will ask everyone in Seattle how the city has failed to address their concerns, and with your vision, we will build a city that does. It's time to vote Rabbit. Vote Mia Jacobson for Position 9.